Meowdy y'all, and welcome back to another video. Besides the fact that Mayor Lewis is just a plain old bad mayor, evident from the fact that it's us, the farmer, that repairs the community center, the bus, the bridge, to the quarry, and the minecarts, there's another issue with him. The purple shorts. Why on earth does he ask us, of all people, to fetch those shorts for him? That's what we'll be discussing today, so buckle up. If you don't know me, I'm Sauter. I make Stardew Valley YouTube videos featuring game challenges, lore and theory crafting, and analyses, so if you've got any suggestions for the next video, feel free to leave a comment down below and hit that subscribe button for more. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar with what shorts I'm talking about, let me explain. We need to understand that Mayor Lewis is a discreet kind of person, or at least he's trying to be. On the 3rd of summer, you'll receive a letter in the mail that says, "This is embarrassing. I lost my lucky purple shorts. I'm telling you because I think I can trust you. If you find them, bring them back to me discreetly. I'll pay well. Thanks, Mayor Lewis." This should already be bringing up red flags. If Sam lost his, let's say, lucky blue winter hat and couldn't find it anywhere, what would he do? He'd probably look around for it. First of all, he'd assume it's somewhere in his room or maybe at Sebastian's house or at the saloon. If he couldn't find it himself, he would probably start asking his friends and family. If that didn't work, he would probably post on the bulletin board for everyone to see. You know, that board that the entire town uses and sees for whenever they need a quick errand done or if they need some help with a project of some sort. This is what any normal Pelican Town person would do, not just Sam. So we have to look at why Lewis sent this letter in the mail and wrote in all caps, discreetly. One would immediately think that it's because of the location that they're found in, Marnie's bedroom. They're just laying on the floor. Now, how did they get there? If we get Lewis and Marnie to 6 hearts, we can unlock a cutscene. Our character appears behind Lewis's house and we can see the two of them talking. Marnie, we can't. If word got out, it could undermine my position of authority in the town. Marnie gets irritated by this comment. You understand, don't you? You care too much about your job, Lewis. There are other things to life, you know. But yes, I understand. I guess we'll have to keep us a secret. Our player then reveals themselves and interrupts the conversation. You overheard everything, didn't you? Now we have two options. We can say, yes, but I'll keep it a secret, or yes, and I'm going to tell everyone. If you say the first option, Lewis states, thank you, I won't forget this, and you will get plus 50 friendship points with Lewis. If you say the second option, Lewis sobs and says, I can't believe you would do that. You're terrible. You get minus 100 friendship points with Lewis. Oh, so that's why Lewis wanted us to get his shorts, because the location of his shorts would reveal the secret relationship that him and Marnie have. That's it, end the video. Wrong. I've got a theory for y'all, and I think there's more to analyze. Go back to that letter. Lewis is extra certain to include the words discreetly, all in caps, and even offer you hush money as a reward. Mayor Lewis is friends with everyone in Pelican Town, and it's easy to believe that he is very well liked. One of his regular dialogues is, I've been mayor of Pelican Town for over 20 years. No one ever runs against me when it's time for an election. I like to think that it means I'm doing my job well. I like being mayor. I'm sure there are some people that don't like him as a mayor, or maybe they just don't like him personally, but nobody really says anything too crazy, and nobody has ever tried to run against him, so I really don't think he's hated. I think we can all agree that Lewis is friends with everyone in Pelican Town, so couldn't he easily say, hey, could you grab my shorts from Marnie? I left them over there when I was at the ranch. Oh, why are my shorts there? I spilled some spaghetti sauce on myself when I was there for some lunch, and she did the laundry for me. We like to hang out sometimes. I'm just so busy I haven't been able to swing by. Thanks a ton, farmer. This would have been perfectly understandable. We know that many people in Pelican Town are just friends with each other, and they hang out at each other's houses all the time. Why is Lewis making this so weird? It's because they're not shorts, they're boxers, and sorry, but there's not a lot of platonic reasons as to why undergarments would be found in someone's bedroom unless something else was going on. Don't believe me? Place his shorts in the Grange during the fall Grange display and it'll really upset him. Talk to Marnie and she'll say, that was some strange looking purple lettuce in your Grange display. I swear it looked just like Mayor Lewis's special never mind. But that's not all. Again, Lewis could have handled this differently. Why didn't he send a letter to Marnie asking her to swing by his house and sneak the boxers back to him? Maybe leave it in a basket on his doorstep. Maybe just wait until he swings by again and then return it to him. Doesn't that make sense? If you're having a secret relationship with someone and you really don't want others to find out, why would you involve anyone else in the slightest? Just wait until the next time you visit her house. Unless there won't be a next time. And that's my theory. Lewis and Marnie have a secret relationship, but but he wants out. If you're unfamiliar with what a situationship is because you're not online a lot, let me explain. A situationship is a romantic relationship between two people who do not yet consider themselves a couple, but have more than a friendship. Although they do like each other, they're finding it hard to put a label on things and find themselves in some type of situation instead. This is the definition I got off of Cambridge's dictionary site, so let me give you the real definition. And listen, do not get mad at me in my comments because you'll just be snitching on yourself. A situationship is when two people like each other, but only one of them wants to be in a relationship and the other one doesn't, but they're too cowardly or insecure or whatever to just come out and say that they don't want to be in a relationship, so they just keep stringing the other person along. Now let's cut back to that cutscene that we saw before. Marnie wants their relationship to be public. She wants a normal relationship where she can go out and talk about her significant other to other people. Lewis doesn't want this at all. He is not even willing to budge. He said it himself. You understand, don't you? This wasn't a conversation where he was willing to meet her halfway or even come to a compromise. It's his way or the highway. And let's look at the validity of what he's even saying in the first place. Would Pelican Town really be upset if they found out that Lewis and Marnie are dating? Where is Lewis getting that information from? There is no dialogue anywhere in this game from any character that would even seemingly imply that anybody would care or feel personally offended if Lewis was in a relationship with Marnie. So is this really true? Would a public relationship with Marnie undermine his position as mayor? From an ethical standpoint, yes, it would be unethical since Marnie is a business owner and Lewis is in charge of everyone's taxes and such. Some might accuse him of giving her tax breaks or even helping her evade taxes, which are serious issues. But as long as you're an open and honest mayor, accusations like this wouldn't do much. If Pelican Town accused him of letting Marnie evade taxes, then he could easily show his ledger and show the taxes that he's collected from her. And Marnie could easily show her business side of it and it would get cleared up very easily. If everyone is paying their taxes and doing the right thing, an accusation like this wouldn't last very long, unless there is something to be guilty about. And by revealing his ledger to the entire town, something else would be revealed, like mismanagement of funds. Find secret note number 19 and solve the puzzle, moving to a very specific location where you eventually hit an object, a solid gold Lewis statue hidden behind Mayor Lewis's house. If you place this statue anywhere in Pelican Town, it will be replaced with a rotten plant the following day, and you'll receive an unsigned letter in the mail. In the future, I'd appreciate it very much if you refrained from placing my private belongings in town for all to see. I am very displeased. Take this money and never speak of my project to anyone. 750 gold is placed in the envelope. Hush money. Once again. After this, there is a 90% chance that the statue will appear in Lewis's bedroom and a 10% chance that it'll appear in Marnie's bedroom. Marnie is also helping him hide it. Now let's hold on a second. Mismanagement of funds as a mayor is a huge accusation. Maybe Lewis used his own personal money to buy this statue and he just wanted it for himself, for his own ego. There isn't anything ethically wrong about this, it's just weird. Speaking of bedrooms, go into Lewis's room and you can interact with a letter. Won't you come over tomorrow night? If you come through the back window, no one will notice. I'd like to see you more often. I know you're busy, but can't you make time for me? I hope to see you tomorrow. Signed, M. We know this is Marnie. If you search around Marnie's bedroom, by the way, you won't find any letter from Lewis saying that he misses her or how he wishes he could visit more often or anything like that. This is starting to seem more and more one-sided, isn't it? More of a situationship. There is also a 0.001% chance that when you enter Marnie's house, she'll say, Lou? Oh. When the door opened, I thought it might be Lewis. This really reminds me of people that wait by the phone to see if their crush calls or texts and then just hours go by, and it seems really unfair for Marnie to deal with all of this. Now, I could wrap up this theory with Lewis wants to dump Marnie, and that's why he's so weird and dodgy about spending more time with her, and that's why he wraps us up into this weird little drama, but I think there's a bit of a surplus of dark theories that make all the characters seem like horrible people, and I enjoy putting positive spins on some theories and ideas concerning Stardew Valley. So, despite Lewis being one of my least favorite characters because he's a person in a position of power, but the town is slowly failing anyways and people are miserable and unhappy, and this needs to be a separate video, let me put a positive spin on this theory. Mayor Lewis is torn between continuing his relationship with Marnie because being a mayor is all he has ever known, and he is aware of the fact that it could possibly put the other business owners of Pelican Town in an uncomfortable position where they might have to ask him to prove that everyone, Marnie included, is paying their taxes fair and square. And because this is such a small and tightly knit community, something like that would rock the foundation of Pelican Town and cause a lot of infighting and drama. Non-romanceable NPCs in Stardew Valley will usually reveal their secrets, insecurities, or regrets when we reach 6 hearts with them. And since we already saw the Lewis and Marnie cutscene unlocked at 6 hearts for both of them, I initially thought that that was the big secret, the big insecurity, the big struggle that Lewis deals with, that he's in a secret relationship with Marnie. However, you can get that letter asking us to retrieve his boxers at any heart level. It's just dependent on the calendar day. Talk to Lewis at 6 hearts and there is a chance that he will say, "I've never been married. I have no family. All I live for is to be mayor. Is it worth it?" This puts Marnie's dialogue into a different light. You care too much about your job, Lewis. There are other things to life, you know. Other things like what, Marnie? Presumably, Marnie has also never been married, but she has Shane and Jazz. She also has her ranch and her animals. And unless times got really tough, she probably doesn't have to worry about losing what she has. Mayor Lewis can lose his job, his livelihood, his whole life if Pelican Town becomes unhappy enough to have someone run against him. And what would he do after that? He has focused on this job his whole life. If Mayor Lewis doesn't have his mayor job, what else is there? If you talk to Lewis regularly, he usually asks you about your farm and talks about Pelican Town. He makes comments about the weather, the season, and any upcoming festivals, but all of those things can be tied back to Pelican Town and how it's functioning on a day-to-day basis. The Green Rain event that was added in 1.6 adds a little bit more context as well. During this time, everyone is freaking out, understandably, and Gus hosts everyone in the saloon for safekeeping until more is understood. People are scared. Pam even thinks that it is the literal end of the world. It's a sign from the Almighty. We're doomed. We can see that people are hanging out with each other and checking in on each other and making sure everyone is safe. What's Mayor Lewis doing? Talk to him and he states, "I just got off the phone with the governor. Apparently this rain is supposed to be completely harmless, just an unusual phenomenon of nature. Still, some of the townsfolk are panicking, which is never good." Talk to him the next day and he says, "Well, that was quite the excitement for our little town. I'm just relieved that everyone is okay. If this ever happens again, I think we'll all be a little bit more relaxed. It's not the end of the world." A truly selfish person wouldn't be that concerned with the safety of everyone else. Someone who really does care about being the mayor, or at least not losing his position as mayor, is going to prioritize the safety and well-being of the townspeople first and foremost, which is what he did. If you purchase a Jojo Mart membership and the community center is shut down, he'll state, "So, the old community center is gone. I guess times change and good things come and go. Yet, I can't help but feel a sense of loss. I just hope this doesn't mar my record as mayor." Being mayor is his life. There is a level of fear and insecurity that he has as an older gentleman of possibly being pushed out of his position that he has dedicated his life to. This is a fear that many older adults deal with when employers try to push them out of the workplace to make room for younger employees. It must be incredibly difficult to lose something that you have poured your heart and soul into for 20 plus years, and I can understand Lewis not wanting to jeopardize that in any way, shape, or form. We can see that Marnie wants more. She wants the relationship to be public and she wants to see him more. I think Lewis has come to terms with this and is slowly backing away, slowly putting space between them so that he can break things off without stirring drama or creating gossip. That's why he starts to include us with his boxer delivery, so he doesn't have to see Marnie as much and so that he can test us to see how well he can trust us and how well he can trust Pelican Town with this knowledge. Will it be used against him, or will the town be accepting? There's too many unknowns, and I think a person like Lewis, who is comfortable with the life that he has had for so long, doesn't want to take that risk. With that said, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of Lewis. Is it understandable why he wants to keep his relationship with Marnie a secret, or is he just too scared? If you've got a suggestion for the next video or some headcanons that y'all have and want to share, be sure to leave a comment down below, and make sure to subscribe to catch my next video. I'll be making more Stardew Valley videos, so keep an eye out. See y'all next time. Bye!